Everyone, my name is Muthu Karpagam Rajamani and I am from not an antivirus, but my current company name is Gen Digital. If I say Gen Digital, right, a lot of you wouldn't recognize, but not an antivirus and not an 360 products, right? Hope everybody would have used and know. And I am from a security background, so I work on security, privacy, and identity space, right? And I am going to talk about a topic which is totally very different from the place where I work. So I'm going to start with a story how I landed as a speaker for this topic. Okay, so it's a childhood habit, right? So my father used to tell me, please read newspapers so that you'll get knowledge. I think this is a constant thing told by all the fathers, right? But I am someone, I don't want to read any serious stuff. So I'm always interested in reading the supplementary portion, the lifestyle or the Metro Plus, or whatever supplements which comes in the newspaper, right? Which I always used to take and read. And there is this one supplement which comes in Sunday, Hindu paper, which is called Magazine, right? It will have different kind of things, like the perspectives of life, art, or whatever is happening in and around you, right? So I was like a continuous reader of that. 4 or 5 months back, there was an article published on biohacking, how biohacking is going to revolutionize the world. I was so interested with the topic, hacking, because that's my prime area, right? So people hack the system, then once the virus comes, right, we fix the virus. So that's the primary job we do in Norton. I want to understand what is this biohacking is all about. That's how I started reading about biohacking, and I was like totally engrossed on the kind of work and the kind of research which was happening in this space. Then I took a session for my own team. People really liked the session. Then after that, I had a session for all the top executives in my organization saying that why is it really important to invest in this space which is really catching up today. Then now I am here presenting the same session for a short time. So this is my story, and let's see what is this biohacking is all about. Okay, so this is the agenda, right? I'm going to introduce what is this topic, what are the types of it, and some interesting work. I'm not going to go deep into it because I am not the domain expert in this field. Whatever I have learned, right, I'm going to share with you all. Okay, what is this biohacking, right? As the name suggests, you have to hack your body. All these days, right, we are all programmers and problem solvers. Thing which we are familiar, right? You have an input, you have a process, and you get the output. So that's what we have been doing all these days. But right now, it has changed with biohacking. You have to consider your own body as a complex system and think about all the kind of inputs you have for your body and start modifying the outputs. The modification can be like a measurement, can be an analysis, or an optimization. That's what is biohacking. Hack your own body so that you reap the benefits out of it. Why do you call it as a complex system? Because this is not a confined environment, right? So you have a lot of environmental factors, natural factors, different kind of things, your biology, and all your science, right, gets merged in this. So that's why it's not a controlled space like your system programming. Everything in your body, you have to take it as an input. Your sleep cycle, right? Your light, your sun energy, whatever you expect to, your sweat, your thirst, right? Everything, inputs, outputs, right? All these come under biohacking. What are the different kind of ways? It's a huge spectrum, right? So anything, right, which goes inside your body and comes out can come under the biohacking spectra. And what do you want to do? You want to measure it, analyze it, and optimize it so that you can enrich the human lives. That's your goal. So how can you define biohacking? It is an art or a science, right, to enhance our own biology. We want to improve our own mankind. All these days, right, endpoints, we care about mobile devices, we care about laptops, devices, everything. Endpoint computing, right? But now the things are changing. We started looking into our own body as a system, and we wanted to redefine the way, right, it functions. But in order to do that, we need to have a very good understanding of the biology and the microorganisms and everything which works inside your body. Okay, so any biohacking projects or research, if you see, right, there are two major goals. One is like optimization, right? Whether you want to improve the physical mental or the emotional health of your organization, not the organization, your body. And then you want to make your body perform at the peak performance. You want to get the peak performance or you want to do the optimization. So any research project in biohacking, if you see, these are the two major goals which the project runs on. Okay, some history, right? Who started all this? Do you know who is the father of biohacking? So his name is David Asprey, but when I say his name, right, it will not be relevant, but I hope everybody here would have heard about keto diet, right? What is this keto diet? Just go back to your school days, right? You would have studied the food pyramid, right? So you have the energy building food, body building food, and when you take energy building food, it's your carbs and fats. And we always used to say, take more carbs, eat less fat. But keto diet is all about no carbs, eat only fat. So when your body burns fat, you will reduce weight. So he is the one who founded the keto diet, right? So that's when all this biohacking started, right? You started understanding the biology of your body. So when your body can burn more fat, you'll put down weight. And he is the owner of Kernel Products. So he is the one who is a pioneer in this field. Okay, so as a biohacking might be a new term, but when you categorize it, right, lot of things are already known to us, and we have been practicing these, right? So the age-related biohacking, like either you want to stop the aging process or you want to go back to your earlier days, right? Either anti-aging or de-aging or increasing the longevity of the life. All the set of things which happens in that space comes under the age biohacking. And in the energy space, right, nowadays we talk about, oh, blue lights, right, reduce the blue light so that you will get the long night sleep. All the energy things, right, comes under the energy related stuff. Physical, I think everybody here knows about physical, right? How to improve your metabolism, what are the kind of supplements you need to take, your proteins, everything comes under that. Heat therapy, cold therapy, the sauna bath. Diet, yes, there are so many apps available today, right? Healthify Me, different things to control your own diet, how to personalize your type. All those research activities comes under the diet part. Brain, how to stimulate your nerves, right, so that you can make your brain work at the peak performance, how to activate your left brain and the right brain, and all your brain gym exercises. What kind of exercises can you be taught to the kids, right, so that you can make the kids perform at the peak. So all these are kind of things which are prevalent today, right? So we don't know what are the things which are going to happen tomorrow, but these things are like very much available today. So what it means to us is, right, we are already in the triple, right? The transformation has already started. So it has been like after the COVID, right, it is more prevalent. More and more digital lives, right? The revolutionization has started. So we need to see how we are going to embrace ourselves for this stage. Okay, so in the biohacking research, right, so this is this one model which people follow because all these products and the research is very new, right? How to see whether it is like adoptable by the people, whether the people like it or not. So these are some of the factors they consider for all the research. This is called TAM model, technology acceptance model, right? So multiple factors are considered, how people trust the product, how is the social influence, what is the risk associated with it, right? How people perceive on it. So all these varied factors are considered on your product before it gets delivered to the customer. So this was one of the model which is being adopted in most of the biohacking research. And this name is called TAM model. Okay, so now let's classify the research, right? So there are a lot of biohacking research happening in the space, but broadly, if you want to break it, right, these are the three major categories of biohacking. So the first one is DIY, which is like do-it-yourself biology, okay? The next one is nutrigenomics. The third one is grinders. So any biohacking research, you can put it under these three classifications. Okay, let's see what is DIY, right? As the name says, it is called do it yourself. These are the kind of experiments which you can do at your home and modify your biological routine. And there are like lot of groups already available today. So there is a website DIYBio.org, and a lot of people are part of the community. So people will tell you the list of steps you need to follow. Some simple experiments like how to identify your DNA. Once you know your DNA, how can you modify your routine? And how can you change your hair routine? And how can you change for your skin health? So lot of discussion happens in this space. So all the things which can happen at home in your home environment comes under your DIY area. So people who are interested, you can go and check out the space. There are like more activities available, but the safety and the security part of it, we don't know it, right? So this is the most interesting space, right? The nutrigenomics. So it is like the combination of the nutrition and the genetics, right? How the nutrition and the genetics are going to play a part on your health. So it is the combination of these three and all the experiments related to that, right, comes under your nutrigenomics. So the one example of it is the personalized diet, right? What kind of diet can suit for your own body? Because one doesn't fit all. So how you are going to change your diet so that you can reap the maximum benefits? Lot of research happens in this space, so mostly the main part of it is like your DNA analysis. So whatever sample they collect from you, they analyze the sample and the results are produced based on that. And we would have seen, right, in a lot of movies, DNA, genetic modification. Does anybody here know what is the expansion of DNA? Anyone? DNA? Yes, deoxyribonucleic acid. Yes, thank you. Everywhere we talk about DNA, genetic modification, creating clones, right? Now it's all becoming realistic now. So in the nutrigenomics, this is a very common term, okay? So it is called omic, okay? So omic is the technology or the tool used, okay? And it's a platform. Whenever you give a biological sample, your sample run through this varied things. So don't think about the technological terms. Basically, you have to identify how it modifies your genes, how it modifies your proteins, and how it modifies your metabolism. So doing this analysis on your biological sample is done with a tool called omic. So, and this is like very famously used by all of the personalized health apps and the personalized gym providers. The last but not the least, okay, this is called grinders, okay. So these are the things which you are called like body hackers, right? The people who are ready to implant the foreign body into their system, right? So you are ready to implant something, a foreign material into your body to enhance the functionality, right? All your chips or the anything, right? Implanting devices will come under that. So there are like a lot of research happening in that space. And we are thinking about how a tech-enhanced human can come out, right? So all the researchers which come under the body hacking will belong to the grinders type. And you all know about the Neuralink and, right, Elon Musk. I don't have to talk about it, right? So it all comes under grinders. Okay, so coming to this point, so does anybody know there is someone called the most measured human on earth? Do you know who is that? So before revealing his name, I'll tell you what is his dream, okay? His mission is anti-aging, okay? His current age is 40, and he wants to look like an 18-year-old. So that is the goal he had in his mind. So the first thing he did is like, he completely diffused his blood, okay? And he had a son of 5-year-old, and he transfused the son's blood into his body. And he had a panel of 20 doctors measuring him every day on how his body is like working out with the kind of one. And it is not just the blood transfusion, it is a diet, exercise, and everything is monitored. And he spends around 100 billion every year, not 100 billion, maybe 10 million every year to maintain this routine. And after the analysis is done, he creates a lot of product. And he owns a company and he is a CEO. His name is Brian Johnson. Please check out. And he also created a Winter Rejuvenation Olympics. Okay, a lot of products are lined up. So you can see like snake oil, blue pills, different things. But after doing all this, right, after 2 years, he found out like his age has reversed by 5 years. So now he feels like 30, 35 by doing this research. And what he has found out is like anti-aging doesn't come like a magic pill. You have to do a lot of things together. Your sleep routine, your diet, your health, meditation, put together, then only you can achieve the anti-aging. Still, his journey has not ended. So you can go and check out, okay, so even 2 days back, I saw a post. He did something and his skin got bloated up. So I saw the image. And it was very interesting, and he is the one who is called as the most measured man on earth. Okay, so the last part, okay, some of the interesting research which I found in the biohacking space, right? So the first one is V-Roots, okay, I think this is a Bangalore-based Indian startup. So what they do is like a gene-based nutrition. So how you can personalize the nutrition for a person. They have a lot of interesting products. They have a pocket ECG, they have smart rings, a lot of things they are doing, and you can go and check it out in their website, and their major sector is nutrition, so they come under the nutrigenomics. The second one is MycoWorks. This was something which was very new for me, right? Whenever you think about fabric, it is all leather or jute or cotton, right? What these people have done is they have patented a process, like using fungi, you can bring out a fabric. And you can have a sustained and a controlled environment so that you can control the growth of the fungi so that you can have a control on the fabric, whatever it comes out. And it is a patented process used by MycoWorks so that all the fabrics they create, right, it was created by fungi. And with that, what they claim is all the let out which was happening from the fabric industry, right, polluting the environment, all those things they can stop by using this methodology. That's what is done by MycoWorks. And the last one is the Ember Labs, okay? So they believe that the entire temperature of your body are like controlled by very specific few points in your body, right? There are some temperature pods in your body. If you can adjust the temperature in that area, you can make that person feel either hot or cold. So that is the project they are. They work for the thermal wellness space. There are a lot of startups working on that. Different ideas you can get it actually when you go through them. I was really fascinated and engrossed reading all these things. Okay, so coming to the end, right? So what did I feel after going through all this and keeping a read, right? It has got into a new horizon, and it was like a dream come true for all of us, right? All the spaces are working together, your technology, your medicine, your science, your microbiology, and this was the space we are all dreaming about, right? And it's all talking about enriching human lives, personalization. It's all very happy phase, and this is the phase we are dreaming about in the last 10, 15 years, right? But anything comes with a challenge, right? People are like just innovating, they are creating things, but they don't even care about the security and the privacy of the people. So that's where the market is going to change. So more and more personalization, more and more personal data you are going to create, how you are going to take care of the privacy, and people are going to get influenced, and who is going to take care of the safety and the security part of it. So that's where we are all very responsible, and as technologists, right, we have a bigger role to play in this space. Since it's a new space, we are all entering this. Let's see and how we can make our next generation benefit from this. So with this, I want to end my talk. And my personal biohacking tip, I want to say it's a Tamil one. This is the one which I follow personally, right? மருந்தென வேண்டாம் யாக்கைக்கு அருந்தியது அற்றது போற்றி உன். So what is the meaning is you don't need a medicine for your body when you know, right, what you are eating, drinking, digesting, and you monitor when it goes out. When you do it, and you are the right person, and you got to do it. When you do it, you don't need a separate medicine, and you yourself are a doctor for your body. So this is my personal biohacking, which I follow. So that's all I have. Thank you.